Hey guys, welcome back to the Gulf Coast Growth Show. I'm your host, Jason Lee, and my partner in crime and co-host, Zeke Smith, is not here today, and that's because we have two very special guests joining us. My friends, Zachary and Jerimiah, both from San Jac, and this is a special edition of the Gulf Coast Growth Show to get you kind of a behind-the-scenes, real-life perspective of just what goes into making the decision to get into San Jac, into their programs, and work your way into both the refinery or the chemical plants. And we're talking to two great young men who've decided to take that step with their lives, and they're going to show a little bit about their journey. So with that being said, fellas, no formal agenda. Let's just talk a little bit about where it all came from. So first of all, introduce yourself, where you're from. Tell me a little bit about yourself. So Zachary?
I'm Zachary Labbe. Grew up in Pearland, was born and raised in Pearland. So that's where I spent most of my years, my 18 years.
Nice. 18 long years on this earth. Wonderful. Okay, and Jerimiah?
Jerimiah McGhee from Houston, born in Galveston. Been around. And that's why I've been around my 19 years.
Nice. Yeah, long time, man. Long time. Now, so talk to us a little bit about this. So, Zach, you were telling us before the show, talk to me about kind of your journey, about how you came about learning and finding out about what San Jac had to offer, and then what it was that ultimately made you make the decision to do that with yourself.
Right. So when I was in my junior year and sitting in my counselor's office, because I always wanted to have a plan for myself, like what am I going to do when I get older?
Right.
So my junior year is when I was bouncing between medical field or the process tech. So I sat in that counselor's office and she told me about San Jac, and she said it's a 2-year program, just built the building, and they have a brand new unit outside that you can physically operate.
Wow. And
I gravitated towards because I heard 2 years. I did great in school, but I didn't really want to spend too much time in school because doctors spend a long time in school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when I heard that, I went to a visit, and I wasn't supposed to do everything I did. So I bumped into Sean Dickerson, a great guy. Sean Dickerson, he's the director of our program. And he gave me just a tour around the school. And I sat into the control room that they use to operate the unit. And ever since then, like the culture, I loved it. So
yeah, that's cool.
That was like cemented.
Okay.
Now I'm here at San Jac.
So Jeremiah, what about you?
Well, after high school, during high school, I was like on the football. I was going towards football.
Okay.
And like I was good at it. Like I'm not gonna just front myself. I was good at it.
Yeah.
And then like towards the end, I was like iffy on really what I wanted to do. And then my friend here, Zachary, he brought me to San Jac to show me around it and show me the building that he goes to, the PTEC program. And ever since then, I was like, the first visit he brought me to, I was like a little bit iffy on it because I was like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
And then like after he kept, taking me there and showing me around, I was loving it. And then everyone there, they would communicate with me. There was nobody being rude. Everybody is well communicative, and
it's a great culture.
It's a great culture. Like,
yeah.
I
Okay.
love it.
Well, so when you use words like culture, what does culture mean to you when you think about that?
Just the openness and what's the word? What's that word when you allow people into your home?
Okay. So welcoming, kind of. Okay.
Yeah. So just my friends. The age range is crazy. I have friends from 18 to like 50 years old because everybody has the same goal. They both want to be in the field.
Right.
So it's like everyone wants to see everyone win. So seeing that is like, it's real welcoming and something that I wasn't always used to in high school because, we all young. It's
cliques
different.
And everything. Yeah.
But everyone is in a same clique. Everyone has the same drive, the same goal. And that's...
It's like showing up to class, but everybody's already like, you're not trying to figure out who you're going to fit in with because you already know everybody fits in.
Right.
Yeah, whether they're 18 or 50.
Right.
Cool as that. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So what has your experience been like?
It's been amazing so far. Like just like you said, Sean Dickerson, Jeff Pierce, my math teacher, Joe Mayer.
Cool.
helped me out a lot. Like, he's been, you know,
They make everything easy.
yeah, I love the program so much. Like, it's something new to me. It's something I wouldn't expect myself, like, when I was in high school, it's something I wouldn't expect myself to be in, but since now I'm in,
Right.
I'm loving it. I want everyone to come in and see the program, and hopefully they'll love it just like how we do.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, as a former athlete who took a lot of pride in that, how do you feel like your experience as an athlete will translate to your experience in the field?
Well, so, you gotta be on your feet all day, 12 hours a day, move around, do stuff, communicate with everyone,
Playing as a team.
Yeah.
work as one. So it's like, it's nothing new, but it's like something, because you have to, like,
You're not in the past.
yeah, and it's like you have to do work like math and all that while you also working, doing your job. Like, football is the same way, but it's like one objective to, and I was a defensive player, so like one objective to go towards the ball and all that.
Yeah.
As a team, as a full team.
Right.
So work as one, and that's like basically what we doing in the program, working as one, becoming a whole team, and just helping each other out, become successful.
So is that how it works? You guys have you both have similar jobs, but when you're in in a unit working together, does everybody have a different role or responsibility that you're learning, or how does that work?
Regarding the school, say if you're in your Ops 3 class, which is your final class that you would take.
Right.
You have your teams, you have projects, and then just different teams, a group of people that will go outside, and some will do one task, the other will be on the board, and there's some people that will take a sample. And so you have 3 different groups all working as a team, but then collectively it's all on the team at the end of the day.
Right.
Like you have defense, like football, you have defense.
So it's offense, defense, special teams. Okay.
All one
cool.
team.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That was a real good connection.
You didn't know you were gonna do that, huh?
That was a real good connection.
Man, you should get your own podcast. You're a natural, man. You're a natural. Yeah. So talk to me about some of the things that you're learning. Like, I mean, you guys are in the program, you got a couple of years to get out. I mean, you guys are going to be adulting pretty quick, right? That's a pretty quick pivot from being in high school to like 20 years old, out with a real job in the refineries and the plants. How are you trying to adapt to that level of, I guess, being, for lack of a better term, adulting? I mean, we call it adulting, right? So, because it's not as fun. Like, what are you doing to prepare for that? Because
I think it has a lot.
Quick growth up. Like, you're growing up quick.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with your mentality.
Okay.
The way you think about things, how far you think in the future. People say it's not good to always be in the future all the time, but to be in present.
Right.
But I feel like at the same time, you should also still think about your future at all times, because, yeah, anything can happen, but it's good to stay on your toes and make sure that build your foundation now for your future.
So do they give you any type of? I mean, I know the entire program is designed to help you prepare for life inside the gates, but are there other skills that you're learning? Like life skills that, you know what I'm saying? I guess, because I don't know anything about the program. So I guess I'm comparison. Like if I go to like a collegiate program over 4 or 5 years, let me give you a great example. Doctors will come out with, you mentioned medical earlier, doctors will come out and know how to do medicine, right? Mm-hmm. But no one's taught them business, right? So a lot of times the doctor will get out and then they have to go run a practice, or their own practice, but they didn't go to business school. So they know how to be a doctor, but they don't know how to run a business. Are y'all learning anything outside of the stuff that's in the refineries, like other things that you would could be applicable?
The volunteering.
Cool.
Volunteering, going to these events, learning how to speak to these people. How could I say? There was an event called the Gillies Tent.
Okay.
At Pasadena Rodeo.
Okay.
Right. So that was my first ever thing that I attended, and I had to really put on a showcase of going up to these people, introducing myself, building confidence. So building those connections and learning how to speak to people is something that they really do teach.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you picked up anything that you that is outside of the scope of the normal, like the stuff that you're doing in your program that you feel is like helping you grow?
Yeah, honestly, like what he just said, the communication level. Because while I was in high school, I'm gonna be honest, like If I were to see you, I would not like, I would be scared to talk. I wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah.
But how San Jack like brought me up, and like as I kept going in and communicating with everybody and introducing myself to everybody, I'm able to like I'm able to just walk up, introduce myself, see how your day going, just, well communicative. Like
That's so cool, man. Yeah.
Able to just talk to anyone else. So
that's awesome.
My communication level is rising up as I keep going. And
you guys are doing great. Like
you be out here right now.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's so cool. I'm so excited for you guys, man. That's awesome. So, if you were to fast forward, let's say 5 years from now, and life is going according to plan, what would that look like for you?
Well, my plan is to spend at least 3 to 4 years with my parents, my first 3 or 4 years, in the plants.
Okay.
That 5th year, 6th year, I'm hoping to have my own house. Almost paid off for it because I want to put a large down payment.
Okay.
Regarding
have you talked to your parents about staying for 4 or 5 years?
They want me to stay.
They're cool with it?
They want me to stay 20 years.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they
start seeing that money come in, they might change their mind. They might. So okay, so you want to have a house, you want to get out of the house. 5 years. What else would look good?
Regarding the family, I don't think I'm too much rushing the family, but I do everything that I've done from in high school to now has been towards the family that I don't have yet, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like doing dual credit so I could get my classes done even earlier, so I could get in even earlier. Like I said, I want to be in at 19. Nice. That's my goal. So being able to put in that time, hopefully get a good schedule. That way when I have my family, be able to spend more time with the family, because it's pretty hard to spend time with the family without here in the field.
Right.
And the divorce rates are really high. So I just want to make sure that I'm stable and have a stable life before I start a family.
There you go.
But I also don't want to be selfish and have it too late, to be a little selfish and make sure everything's about me. Then I have my kids.
Man,
it's I want to have a balance.
I want to meet your parents, bro. They did something. Yeah. They did it right. They did it right, man. Wow. That's unbelievable. What about you? If you were fast forwarding 5 years, what would good look like for you, Jeremiah?
Well, a big home, something new, amazing environment. And my plan is, after I, do everything right, get myself on track, is to help my family out. Make my family, help them do better, get them on their feet. Every single one of my siblings, and even my mom. My mom's a hardworking woman. She do, like, it's the things that go on with my mom, but she still be working hard, to this day. Like, she don't let anyone tell her no different about her. She worked until her wheels fall off. Honestly,
shout out to Miss McGhee.
She grinder, huh?
Yeah, she a grinder.
Yeah,
love my mom. That's the reason I got the type of mindset I got today. She keep working.
Hero.
She's most definitely my hero.
My hero.
Definitely my hero.
My hero. That's cool.
That's amazing.
That's awesome, man.
She's my mom and my dad.
Wow, that's unbelievable. I'm so happy for you, man. And that's going to give you a big drive and motivation. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and the good news is, and people forget this, or don't really think about that, because there's, especially in today's environment with, the social media and everybody thinking, you can get on and be an influencer and make all this money and stuff like that. But, man, there's an absolute need for people that can just do what you guys are agreeing to do, and they can make a lot of money. You get great benefits. You can set your family up. And if you start as young as you do and you manage your money the right way, you can be done early.
Yes,
you can be done early.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of life left. I know some cats that are, I'm old, right? So I know some guys that are on their way in the next probably 5 years, 6 years that'll be done. I grew up there, and they started at an early age as operators and moved into operator positions, and now they'll be getting out. When I say getting out, they'll be getting done in their early 50s and with their benefits and everything else like that. And that's 20, 30 more years, man. They'll be fishing and volunteering and hanging out with their kids and their grandkids. It'll be a good life.
That's beautiful.
That's really the goal. Financially free.
Speaking of fishing, what kind of hobbies or what kind of things do you enjoy doing in your free time? When you're not
back in the gap, which wasn't long ago, I was on the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
The game, the video game. That's really, I mean, that's what brought all the friends together.
Oh, cool.
Really,
Okay.
honestly.
Online?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Like this.
What's the best game to play online when y'all get together?
It's a variety.
What's
It
your
depends
favorite?
on depends on the time of the year or what year we in.
Okay.
It was always 2K. Like it's always gonna be
Always 2K.
Always.
Yeah.
Always 2K.
I like
You
2K.
got your Call of Duties.
Something at the beat.
Madden?
Oh, Madden. Yeah.
No, but it's always 2K.
Yeah, it's 2K and COD.
That's where
Okay.
people got their own games they play, but the game that everybody play is gonna be 2K.
2K.
Yeah.
No matter what, whenever.
So,
yeah, everybody can get in on that one.
So that was.
Do you ever have time to play games now? You're too busy.
Not even a chance.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, how busy are you? So talk to me about the busyness of the program. So like, what's a week look like for you guys?
Well, a week could look like me just going to school and then going right back home. But as of now, the school is I'm there 10 to 12 hours a day. That's just my choice to do. Just wanting to better myself, study more. I'm also a P-Tech club president for San Jac, or vice president, I'm sorry.
Oh,
vice
cool.
president.
Okay.
So
That's okay, man. You speak that in the truth, man. Go ahead. Yeah.
well, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Come on, Fred.
So just being there helping the students
Uh-huh.
and volunteering, just make sure I volunteer because, I mean, never know what you're running into, never know who you'll help. Someone see that to somebody is really important, in my opinion.
Right. That's fantastic. So, and what's a week look like for you?
Honestly, same thing as Sam. We there like 10 to 12 hours a day. I'm always just, doing my work, just trying to get ahead. So when I get to class, I already know what I'm doing. But even though I know what I'm doing, I still take my notes, make it seem like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And once the test comes, it's easy. Hey, knock it out.
Yeah.
Then, other than that, I just
Because you guys
study.
Because you guys are friends, do y'all spend a lot of time together in the, like helping each other and stuff like
Yes,
that?
sir.
So,
I mean, I take him to school, so
oh, cool.
we mirror each other's skills.
Okay,
pretty
cool.
much.
Yeah, so you ain't got no choice. Y'all are like,
Yeah.
Nah, and I
I'm gonna stay and
honestly
study
love it.
longer. You know what you're doing? You're
Stay
staying and stay. Yeah. So,
And I
surprise.
honestly love it. It changed the way I became as a person. Just being able to stay there and just see the difference and just grind and work. Just work. And I honestly don't see no problem with it. And I'm gonna have to do that in the playoff. So it is something I'm just learning and working on
Man,
and just building myself up with.
that's beautiful, man. That's awesome. It's so cool that you guys are getting to do this journey together. And man, it'd be cool if y'all ended up like at the same opportunity together.
Hopefully.
too,
That's
something like that.
I hope.
Wouldn't that be
I
cool?
pray.
Man, that'd be awesome. Actually, I remember, were you guys at the, I think I saw you guys at the Women in Economic Alliance event the other day when they had that big thing were y'all walking around?
You talking about Galveston?
Yeah, no, it was in the, at the San Jac campus.
Right. So
Yeah.
we were in the building, but we had something going
Y'all
on.
had stuff going on, but I think I saw y'all.
Yeah, actually, that day, I invited me and my teacher, Miss Ridley. We organized a field trip to have students. Students, I don't want to knock them or anything, but they might not have a plan of what they want to do after graduating, or, they're into some different things that, could pull them out of.
Right.
So me and Ms. Ridley, we kind of hand selected some students. We invited them, but we also hand selected them like, you got to come here. So that field trip we had some activities for them, like climbing the scaffold, piping, just to learn what goes on.
Right.
And ultimately, the goal was to give them an idea of what to do after graduating. That was the ultimate goal. So it was 16 of them.
Wow.
I sat in front of them and I was like, all right, so how many of y'all see y'all gonna be here fall semester? About 13 of them raised their hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, that is beautiful, man. You guys are making an impact. I love it.
And to add on to that, after the whole event was over, I had two friends that was go to Clearbrook and that was with us during the field trip, stopped me and said, thank you for like inviting us, because nobody ever came back to our high school and showed us love like how y'all did, and
Wow.
we're trying to help our future. So, And they want to come back too. They want to come back and do another field
Yeah,
trip.
there's another field trip in the works to come again, and they trying to come. But my teacher said, "Y'all already came. Next time y'all come is when y'all register."
Oh, there you go. Okay. I only get one field trip, guys, and then you got to get on the program.
Got to get on track
I
with
love
us.
it. I love that you guys are making a commitment to give back too, you know, to really pay it forward and do that. Do you think, having been in school, what do you think could be done better to help get the word out about these type of programs, right? So people can get more plugged in, because I feel like a lot of people maybe just don't know what exists out there. If in your mind, if you could go back into school and think, man, if this could be done better, what do you think that would be?
I think just physically go and visit the school. Actually, we're going sometime this month to this. It's a job fair.
Okay.
April 24th.
Okay.
Yeah, April 24th. So,
Oh, you guys are going to school?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
cool. Okay.
we're gonna go there, and we have our own table. And I mean, everybody really knows me and Jeremiah, so the influence is pretty powerful.
Right.
So I think that'll be a helping hand with that.
That's awesome, man. Good for you guys.
But also, it's the students taking the initiative of actually wanting to, because at school, so they're kind of iffy about it, but understanding that it could change their life is
Right.
something that they really need to take in mind.
Yeah. So, guys, before we wrap up, is there anything else that we want to make sure we capture?
Not too much, sure.
You guys did great.
I just want to thank my mom for raising the type of person I am today.
Yeah. Good job, Mom.
And I really want to thank my mom and dad for doing everything right. They had me kind of late, but I'm really glad that they did what they did. They took the sacrifice to make sure everything was all right. Yeah. I mean, I didn't have they were never in any financial struggles. So
Right.
I never had to witness anything traumatic growing up.
Right.
And I could really thank them for that. So
That's
I love y'all guys. I appreciate it.
And another thing, I want to thank Zachary for helping me and bringing me into this program, because if it was for my friend Zach, I would not be in this program. I would not know nothing about it. So
Right.
I honestly want to thank him.
No,
I honestly want to thank y'all for bringing us up here and talking to us, or getting some information about our program and getting to know about our program or what we do.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you that when you get, I've got a 15-year-old daughter, but when you get older, there's a lot of times that you can see things on TV and the news and all the stuff, and a lot of times, man, it can get discouraging. Going, man, like, what is my daughter growing up into, man? What is she gonna be around? But man, spending time with you guys gives me a lot of hope, right? Because it shows me that there's a lot of good young men making decisions and doing things for themselves. You guys really inspired me today. I hope our audience is inspired. Thank you guys both so much for taking the time out, for pouring back into other people. Hopefully this episode will do just that. It will become a way for you to, I'm going to share this episode with a lot of people. I can't help but want to do that, because I hope that this one is the most viral, biggest episode. I know Zeke will be mad. He'll be mad he wasn't on camera, but I really just hope this one breaks the internet, just specifically for these two young men, to show them the love that they deserve for being committed to their craft, making a decision, and then more importantly, making a decision to not just focus on themselves, but how do they then give back and have the foresight and knowledge to be able to do that. Just a testimony, and then of the opportunities that are provided in this region, that we can do that we have a school down the street from us, right, with the actual plant on site, basically, right, where you can, like, there's none of those in the U.S. This is one of the fewest, you just can't get that anywhere else. And so sometimes we take it for granted. In little old Pasadena, you can just roll down there and get this type of education. And then before you're 20 years old, be making a great job, getting great benefits with your life changed.
And San Jac, they make it really easy because they have all kind of donors that give out scholarships. Yeah. And even the chemical plants and refineries, they also donate money for scholarships to go through the program. Unbelievable. You could get that beautiful school just for free.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm just blown away by it. I'm so blown away by you guys, man. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Make sure, like we said, pay this forward. Send this to some young adult who's maybe trying to figure out what they want to do next. And if they need to get plugged in, and they don't know where to go, have them reach out to the Economic Alliance, have them reach out to me on LinkedIn, Jason Lee. Reach out to me personally if you're trying to figure out how to get the connections you need to get out to San Jac. If you want to take some kids out there, you want to get out there and explore it yourself. But there's a phenomenal opportunity that exists right down the road from us with a great culture, great people. Jim Griffin, the guy who runs the entire school,
Great guy.
might be one of the best humans
In the world.
in the world. Just amazing. And then our chancellor, Brenda Hilliard, she's amazing. We want to make sure we acknowledge those individuals and what they've built and the culture that they're doing out there. So amazing stuff, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in so much, and we'll see you next week. Awesome.